We're back with neuroscientist Dr. Carl Hart and anti-drug legalization activist Will Jones III.
And Dr. Carl, I want to bring up a couple of other vulnerable populations. I know that you guys have been having a very good discussion about all of the different facts and opinions here, but what about the vulnerable populations of people who have addiction in their family history? They might be more susceptible, even if they're planning to use responsibly, even if they've gotten the education, even though they know what they're supposed to do. And then, of course, there's also the types of people who have more vulnerability in their neurochemistry. These are the individuals who use recreationally, but that actually ends up being a type of stress that can trigger a psychotic break. So what do you say about those vulnerable populations and their idea of responsible use according to your model?
Yeah, so we think about vulnerability. I talked about this earlier. People who have co-occurring illnesses like schizophrenia, depression, those people are more susceptible. You're absolutely right. And so we make sure that those people are treated. Those people, make sure their schizophrenia is treated, make sure their depression is treated. I am in complete agreement.
Well, Will, I was thinking a little bit about just what Dr. Carl was saying, and I appreciate his perspective. But Will, what are your thoughts on Dr. Carl's comments about that and his assessment?
There are some areas of agreement, and I have a lot of respect. Obviously, he is a legend in the field of pharmacology and understanding of how drugs work in a body system, and I respect that. But when it comes, what my real issue is the broader context of Dr. Hart, your book, and these movements here in the United States specifically for drug normalization and even legalization, like we've seen with marijuana. These are pushed by industries that, Altria has already invested billions of dollars. Corona, Blue Moon, Molson Coors, Heineken, big tobacco giants, they are invested in these industries. They're pushing for the normalization of this because they know that it's very profitable for them. And we have shown to this day that we are still incapable of effectively regulating them. Over 400,000 people die per year still from cigarette smoking, even though, again, most people are not going to get lung cancer that smoke cigarettes. I think it's about between 10 to 20% of people that are going to get lung cancer from smoking cigarettes. But even that, again, still there's 400,000 deaths per year. So we have to look at the public health costs. And then this other thing of normalization, I think Juul is another great example why, I hear people say all the time that we should regulate something because drug dealers don't check IDs. That's true, but a billboard advertisement, an Instagram campaign, a social media campaign on Facebook, which is what Juul did, is way more effective than somebody selling on the street. It's going to get a lot more youth using. In the space of 5 years, Juul almost single-handedly reversed gains of smoking among youth, went from a virtually non-existent company to one valued over $15 billion. This is the context of America in 2021. And so when we talk about drug normalization, talk about drug legalization, we have to understand the forces that are at play and the impact that it's going to have on youth, and again, the impact that it's going to have in disadvantaged communities that are disproportionately targeted by these companies still in 2021.
Well, great discussion, gentlemen, and I think we agree to disagree here. I think it's important that we've started the dialogue because right now the system is not working for a number of reasons that we made crystal clear. So I want to thank both of you, Dr. Hart and Will, coming today, for being open, for sharing. Thanks again.
Thank you.